Okay, hello everybody and welcome to another NTE video. In this video, we'll be going over 5 Zankou teams that I have found and I have loved and I have found to be strong. Without wasting any time, let us get into it. The first team we'll be talking about in this video is a Scorch team including Zankou, Daffodil, Sakiri and Adler. This team can only do Scorch as you can see, but do not let that fool you. Now for the second team, it is also a Scorch team but including Lacrimosa. The rotation does change a bit with Lacrimosa depending on how you want to use her, but I will be showing you the rotation for that as well. And then the third team we will talk about in this video is again a Zankou, Daffodil, Sakiri team, but in this case this includes the Iroi. Now this has potential for Iroi to be swapped for the upcoming Linko once she does come, and the rotation will surely change because her skill is kind of unique from the skills we have seen so far. Now the fourth team we'll be talking about is sort of a free-to-play version of the third team, which includes the Haniel as opposed to the Iroi if you do not have it. But this team does open up some Discord play. That is for the people who have some dupes on the Lacrimosa, but it isn't something that you really want. You can do it if you can, but this is the Haniel team. And then last but definitely not the least is a Zankou, Daffodil, Fadia team. If you are suffering with survivability, Fadia will solve all those problems for you. And then this team is also quite good as it lets you just be free with the core of the team being Zankou, Daffodil and Sakiri. So let us go to team 1. To start things off, we will start with the Zankou, Daffodil, Sakiri and Adler team. You will start things off at the Zankou with full cycle. You swap to Daffodil to trigger Scorch, you use her ultimate and then you use her skill. You swap to Adler, you use his ultimate and then you use his skill, and then swap to Sakiri, you use her ultimate and then her skill, and then go back to Zankou. You will use her normal attacks until her enhanced skill appears. You use that skill and then continue the normal attacks until her second phase of her enhanced skill appears. You use that's when you get the enhanced ultimate. You use the free enhanced ultimate. After using it, wait before you use the second one, as you can normal attack and get an enhanced skill before using the ultimate. It is important to be careful of the timing there. You then swap to Daffodil, then to Adler, use their skills and then back to Zankou. Then you auto attack on Zankou until her cycle is filled. During this time you can swap to Daffodil for some quick subs, but I enjoy just sitting on the Zankou until the cycle is up. Once the ultimate is up and the cycle is up, you use her ultimate, the first free one. After that, you normal attack until you get the second phase and use it before the ultimate wears out. After you use it, then you use the ultimate as well. Then you can swap to Daffodil. Her ultimate should be full this time. You use her ultimate, you use her skill, swap to Adler, his skill should be ready and his ultimate should be ready. You use his ult and then you use his skill. Sakiri as well, ult should be ready and the skill, and then you just rinse and repeat the rotation. From here everything is just simple. You just repeat the rotation until the boss is dead. Now for team 2, it is the Lacrimosa version of team 1 where Lacrimosa replaces the Daffodil. You start with the Zankou with the full cycle and swap to the Lacrimosa. The important thing that I like to do is that after I swap to the Lacrimosa, I like her ranged form, and I also want to be able to get her ultimate to be buffed by the Sakiri buff. So what I do is that I swap to the ranged form. Now the moment I see the animation for the ranged form appear, I will then swap to Adler and use his ult. Use his skill and swap to Sakiri and use her ultimate and then her skill. After using her skill, I will then swap to Lacrimosa and use her ultimate and then her skill. And then swap to Zankou and normal attack until I get the enhanced skill. Use the enhanced skill and normal attack until I get the second phase of that enhanced skill. I'll then use that enhanced skill and get her free ultimate. Once I use her free ultimate, I will not use the second phase of the ultimate until I can normal attack and get an enhanced skill. I use the enhanced skill and then I use the ultimate. The timing here can be a bit iffy, so if you do get hit, just use the ultimate. I then swap to Lacrimosa, use her skill, swap to Sakiri, use her skill, swap to Adla, use her skill, and back to Zankou. Once I'm back to Zankou, I can use her normal attacks and her enhanced skill, normal attacks again, and then the second phase of her enhanced skill. And this is the point you can quick swap if you want to. You can quick swap to Lacrimosa and use her skill and her ult if it is available. You can do the same by going to Sakiri and Adla if you want to. Use their ults if they are available and the skill, and then go back to the Zankou. Once you get back to the Zankou, you can then finish up and get her cycle field and her enhanced ultimate, or her free ultimate I should call it. You use the second enhanced skill and the ultimate as well. Once she finishes that ultimate, you can do a quick swap here to Lacrimosa and use her skill, then back to Zankou to finish off and use the second phase of the ultimate. But if you aren't comfortable with that, you can just do the 5 normal attacks. And if you aren't comfortable with that too, you could just use her second phase of her ultimate and not risk anything. Now for the third team. The third team is the team where we actually replace Adla with the Iroi. Hopefully in the future this will be the Linko, and we also can swap out their Daffodil for the Lacrimosa. So it boils down to whichever one you want to use or whichever one you have in your account. The rotation for this one starts with the Zankou. You swap to the Daffodil, you use her ultimate, and then you use her skill, and then you can swap to the Iroi. For Iroi, you start with the skill and then the ultimate. The reason for this is when she does the plunge down, you want to hold your basic attack. Holding the basic attack will leave her on field so that she can do her pew pew attack. Once you hold the basic attack and you see her starting to do the animation, then you can swap to the Sakiri. Once on Sakiri, you use her ultimate and then you use her skill, and then it's back to Zankou, and the rotation should be familiar. Basic attack, enhanced skill, and then basic attacks again, and then second phase of enhanced skill, and you use the free ultimate. Before you can use your second ultimate, you then normal attack till you can get her enhanced skill. You use the enhanced skill, and then after you use the enhanced skill, you can use her ultimate. After the ultimate, you can then swap to the Daffodil, use her skill, swap to the Iroi, use her skill and her ult, and when she dashes down, hold the normal attack, swap to Sakiri, use her skill. She should not have her ultimate, but if she does, you can use it and then go to Zankou, and then you can normal attack again, rinse and repeat. Whenever the enhanced basic attack appears, the enhanced skill appears, you use it, and then when the ultimate with the second phase appears, you can use it, though I do prefer to wait for the cycle to be filled. At this point, the rotation should be more than similar. Once the free ultimate is there, you use it, basic attack or quick swap to the Daffodil, and then go back to the Zankou and use your ultimate, and rinse and repeat the rotation. Now for the Fadia team and the Haniel team, I will not waste your time. These teams are basically the same in rotation and everything as the Adla team I mentioned at the beginning, but rather than switching to Adla, you are switching to Fadia and using her ult and then her skill, or you are swapping to Haniel and using her ult and then her skill, and then after that you then swap to the Sakiri, and the rotation is pretty much the same. Those are the 5 teams. Now, I know a lot of people are wondering about the break team. Break team's rotation will not change for this, so if you do have the copies, you could follow the same rotation and you will see the big damage that I'm sure you've been seeing a lot. So that is it for the Zankou video. If you're wondering how strong she is quite strong. She does perform quite well, although I can't wait to see how much better she will perform with the Linko buffing her follow-up attacks. If you found anything in this video useful, a like and a subscribe will be much appreciated. I make rotation guide videos and some opinion pieces on NTE and I post consistently. Until the next time, cheers.